Hello guys, in this video we will discuss Coriolis acceleration. I will explain the concept of acceleration in this video. Listen the video very carefully and understand the concept. Here we have a road, and on this road we have a slider. This slider is moving with velocity v, and this is rotating with omega. Now after some time, this will come here and the slider will come here. This is point A, this is point B. If this slider does not have any, if it is not having any velocity, then it should move here like this, but it is having some velocity, so therefore the final condition of this slider is here. See here, if a body moving in circular path, it has some acceleration, centripetal acceleration v square by r, and some tangential acceleration here. If see, we can note here one thing: this point and this point have equal distance everywhere. It is moving in circular path, but here it does not have an equal distance from each other. That's why this slider is moving. That's why the final position we are getting this one. So what the extra acceleration coming here? See, this acceleration, because of this acceleration, this acceleration is Coriolis acceleration. This extra acceleration came into picture here, and otherwise if it is not moving, it should move like this here, but the final position is here. So we will understand the concept, and the concept is there, and we will derive some equation how to calculate the acceleration, Coriolis acceleration. So suppose this angle is d theta and this line is parallel to this, so this is also d theta, corresponding angle. Now this is A, this point is B, and this point is C, this point is this is O, and if we take this point is F, this is E. So now here arc AC is given by this distance. This is point D and this is point A. This is DC into this angle d theta. This is how we calculate the length of an arc. So now what is this DC? This is distance, and distance is equal to velocity into time. For small time, velocity of the slider is v, and the time taken by the slider to come here is dt. Now what is d theta? D theta is given by omega into dt for small time. So omega into dt, so final the length of arc is AC v omega dt square. So now we can also see by this formula S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now we will apply this formula here. This is also, arc is also in length, so for small change in d theta we can consider this AC as a straight line for small change in theta. Otherwise it is not possible for large change in theta. For small change in theta we will consider a straight line. So we can apply then this equation here. So applying by this equation, arc AC is equal to, suppose this slider has initial velocity 0, so this is 0, and now this is half. The acceleration, this one is Coriolis acceleration. The small time it has taken dt square. So this is one equation, this is second equation. Both arc are equal, so by equating half AC square dt square is equal to V omega dt square. Dt square is cancelled. Coriolis' acceleration is 2v omega. So this is how we calculate the Coriolis acceleration. Now we will discuss the direction of the Coriolis acceleration. In which direction we can find the component of this Coriolis acceleration. Direction of Coriolis acceleration. We have this rod and slider is moving here with velocity v, and this rod is rotating with omega. Now how to calculate the direction of Coriolis acceleration? The direction of the Coriolis acceleration we will take in the direction of this rotation of rod. Suppose this is moving in slider in this direction with velocity v. Now Coriolis acceleration is, this is slider. We will take the acceleration component in the direction of omega perpendicular to velocity v. This is v and this is moving in this direction. So for this condition Coriolis acceleration in this direction. Second case, suppose this slider is moving with velocity v downward and omega is in this direction. So we will take the acceleration in the direction of omega. So this is slider moving velocity with v. Now acceleration is perpendicular to velocity v and we will take in the direction of omega. So this will act in this direction, moving in this direction and rightward, because it is moving rightward, so we are taking this rightward. Third case, rod is moving now anti-clockwise, so Coriolis acceleration is perpendicular to v velocity and in the direction of omega. So guys, if you have any doubt, comment in the comment section and give the thumbs up to the video and subscribe. Thank you for watching.